All right, how they got together. Whew. I'm a little hazy on that because I was at a party at my house for my birthday, and I was definitely not remembering the whole night. Um, but it started there, and I mean they always had kind of a thing for each other, were best friends for a very long time, and at that point, they were kind of I guess flirting with the idea of being with each other, and something just pushed it to finally happen, which all of us saw happen from a mile away, and it finally happened.
Don't cry.
Don't cry.
Don't cry.
Hey, what do you think?
Very pretty.
Oh my god. Oh.
And turn around.
Wow.
The first look with my parents was pretty special because I think at that moment we all kind of realized like it's really happening, like it's all on, like the makeup, everything. It's literally moments before I walked down that aisle, and it was just like emotional, happy, overwhelming, but at the same time like bittersweet because it was it. Like it was time for their little girl to like walk away.
Gabby takes charge a lot, as you can see, but I don't think she made the first move. I think it was Adam that made the first move. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely made the first move, without a doubt. I mean, I had to push my man, but yeah, definitely made the first move.
I definitely made the first move because we were at Buzz's birthday party one year, and this was like after my first year of college. We were finally kind of ending the year. It's the end of May after like finals week and stuff, and I kind of told them, I was like, hey, like, remember one time you made a comment, a guy and a girl can't be best friends without one of them catching feelings. And I had asked him, I was like, well, do you have feelings for me? And he said, I don't think so, no. So then I was like, well, then I guess, it's me then. And we were pretty, there at the end of the party. So he was definitely a little wasted compared to how much I was. So he couldn't remember if that moment happened or not, or if he had imagined it.
Did I see it coming? No, I don't. I actually can't remember exactly how that even like transpired.
Buzz is right. Like people saw it happening, but I think it took us a really long time. Because even after that moment, it took us like over a year and a half to finally be like, okay, I think we both like each other. Right before walking into the ceremony, it definitely felt like still kind of surreal. Like this is a church that I've been going to weekly. Like it kind of felt surreal. Like I was walking and I was trying to find him, and everybody's standing, everyone's looking, everyone's like bending over to see what's happening. And then I see him, he's like, crying a little bit, and it was sweet. I threatened him a little bit that he had to cry, but I think it was genuine tears of like joy, hopefully.
Tears. Just started crying. The photographer, Greg, which is our friend, was, took some pictures and said she looks great. That just started a whole thing of waterworks.
Why'd you cry?
What do you mean why I cried? You look gorgeous.
Aww. I thought he was stressed. Like, I thought you were crying from, like, the anxiety. Because I asked Greg how you were doing, and he said that you were, like, super, super nervous and, like, stressing all day. So I was like, yeah, I could see that. So when I saw you crying, I was like, oh, that's probably why. But that was pretty.
Of course.
Adam, do you take Gabriella, who is here present, for your lawful wife in accordance with the ordinance of God and the right of the Holy Church?
Yes, I do.
Gabriella, do you take Adam, who is here present, for your lawful husband in accordance with the ordinance of God and the rights of the Holy Church?
Yes, I do.
was another event during the ceremony that left a big impression on me. Just hearing them, say the Lord's Prayer in Polish, and it just kind of filling the church with the song. Even the priest was taken, aback by it. I just thought it was really special, because that was just something that probably that church had never heard, and really only happened because of me and Gabby.
And in front of the holy altar, the cross, the adorable gospel, and in the presence of this gathering. From this time we entrust you each to the other and pronounce you husband and wife.
Yeah, when the ceremony was done, I felt like a weight was lifted. It definitely just got way better, and it's time to party.
They like to pretend that they're like a NASCAR pit crew helping me out. That's exactly what they were trying to do too. So.
Until we were doing the sign of the cross, I was like, thank goodness. Okay. So when we first started dating, I asked him to like bring liquor, but we weren't allowed liquor on campus, and it was my first year as an RA, so I didn't want to mess up. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna sneak it in. And I was like, cool, sounds great. He shows up and I'm like, where's the liquor? And I see this large size Listerine bottle, and he was like, it's right here. And I'm just like, how'd you make it blue? He's like, coloring dye, like food coloring. And even though he rinsed the bottle up the whole time, it tasted nothing but like Listerine, yeah. So every now and then we get each other Listerine bottles.
After the ceremony, like taking photos was kind of like funny and silly because we kind of got to like be super romantic and then got super silly with like the whole Listerine bottle story, and then like playing around with the veil with like Irak trying to flip it was like so hilarious because he's like never done this kind of stuff, so it was so like funny to see him like trying to like Greg is like, oh, lift it like lightly, and he's just like, it's already light, how much lighter do I make it?
I think that is.
I call BS.
That is actually BS because
He does drive a minivan though.
Yeah,
so.
that is true. That's true. I'm the most responsible right here.
He's the oldest.
That's why I'm the best man right here. Bestest mensch right here. That.
Best man is not even more responsible.
That's outrageous. That is outrageous.
Irak's always there to help, and really, he's definitely been just the most helpful in a lot of our aspects of things. Buzz is gonna be annoyed hearing that one. Literally, I think during that whole thing, Irak is helping us, and I think Buzz and Ochoa, I think we're just throwing back shots, if I recall.
Oh, it's gonna be a great party. I know that for a fact. Got good people here, and a lot of singing, dancing, definitely a lot of drinking.
So we're just, all of us, obviously I want all of us to get drunk, but just to have a good time, like just relax, have fun, just be a memorable time.
The first dance. Adam was 100% for this choreographed dance that we were gonna do for the first dance. And we rehearsed maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks before the wedding, give or take. But it wasn't consistent. Like of all the rehearsals we had maybe like 5 or 6. And we just kind of watched the video and we were like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen in the dress. That's not gonna happen in the dress. That's definitely not happening in the dress. So we made a lot of cuts, and he like memorized every single part of the dance. And when it came down to it, there were still a few transitions that just didn't make it happen.
My biggest thing was always when I see the first dances. It was always just kind of, a back and forth rocking, and I always kind of thought that was odd. I mean, the whole thing is these people found each other and they have such a great chemistry, and the dance ended up being nothing more than, what I felt like anyone can do with anyone. So I told Gabby I really wanted to do some kind of choreographed dance that we practice and really showcases, who like we are and all that. I do think it came out really nice. So much stress. I wouldn't recommend a choreographed dance, even though ours was beautiful and people still talk about it. Save yourself the stress. That's my recommendation to everyone.
Gabby
and Adam, we finally made it to this moment. It started longer than I can honestly remember, but you two have always managed to keep going, and it's very inspiring to me. I knew Adam was the one when he started to try to understand us and our culture, and it definitely started to put Gabby in her place because we all know she's a handful from time to time, but we definitely love her the most.
Like I know that he was for Gabby, because like Gabby has a bad attitude. Like I can't do it with her, but I could do it. He dealt with it, and I'm very proud of him. I salute him to that. Absolutely.
I definitely know I'm not easy when it comes to like, you know, getting along with 24/7, and if anyone knows, my sisters know. So like, yeah, of course, if anyone's gonna handle me, it's gonna be Adam. Like he does it great.
There's endless moments when I've noticed Adam's true love for Gabby, but my favorite thing about Adam is how much he can make Gabby happy. Seeing that makes us, Gabby's family, at peace knowing she will spend the rest of her life with a man she loves and loves her so much. Gabby and Adam, when times get rough, remember this very moment. Remember that we are all gathered here together today as witnesses of love in its purest form, your love. We love you so much, and here's to Gabby and Adam forever.
I think the hardest part is done, except for the best man speech, which I'm responsible for. So that could be a hiccup. And we have something special planned for that Adam and Gabby does not know about. So we'll see how they feel about that when we do it. That could be the only hiccup that could make them a little upset, but I think it's on the better side.
Webster's dictionary defines marriage as the fusion of two hot metals with a torch. Oh, actually, sorry, that's welding. All right, well, let me get into it. I'm gonna keep this speech nice and short, just like Adam.
The amount of short jokes he tried to throw in, especially with Ochoa picking up some of the placards, and he's like 4'11". I thought it was ironic. But no, I thought that was interesting that they went and did that. I'm sure it was a last minute thing, but it'd be interesting to have seen the three of them going to Staples at like midnight to try to get this done.
I met Adam back in middle school. You wouldn't know it by just looking at him, but that was a long time ago.
Oh, the beginning of the speech was so cringe. I couldn't deal with it. I don't deal well with the cringe humor. That one was hard, but I like this speech overall.
So ever since then, I tried to make him into a civilized man. It took a lot of work and a lot of long nights by the campfire. I did all I could. Gabby, he's your problem now. But on a serious note, Adam is the best friend anyone could ever ask for. Because I know that if I'm broken down on the side of the highway at 3 a.m., Adam is only 15 missed calls away. And even though he doesn't look a day older than he did in 8th grade, he managed to find the most beautiful, caring, loving, and kind girl that also drinks whiskey. I wish you all the best in what is to come. And of course, w każdym kątku po dzieciątku i na pięciu troje. Which means have a lot of kids. But more importantly, I wish that the way you guys look into each other's eyes today never fades away. For that, let's raise our glass to Adam and Gabby.
Go, Scott! Go, Scott! Go, Scott! Go, Scott! Woo!
What do I think is going to be the craziest answer? I mean, that all depends on the amount of liquor going through. I want to say Kevin.
You're probably looking at him right now, which is gonna be me. No, Adam definitely has a wild side, especially once we unlock it. He's a little stressed out right now, but I'm sure once we get on the dance floor, you're gonna see the wild side.
The girls is me, definitely, and the boy is definitely Buzz.
Messiest drinker. Oh, that one's tied between the groomsmen and the group. Adam can be messy, especially once he gets past that limit.
If it's like Polish songs, probably his sister and brother-in-law, Marcin and Tina. You guys have the moves. Although sometimes Peter and Monica have it too. In terms of like the other songs, probably my bridal party. I especially expect like some type of twerking coming from there. If not, then a couple of my friends. We'll see what happens. So we'll see who's learned new moves and who hasn't.
Who is the better driver?
I don't know, but
Definitely me, since we just changed insurance and I saw your driver abstract.
well, if I wasn't the better driver, I wouldn't be the designated driver for everything.
Yeah.
Nah, just saying.
At least my driver history doesn't show up in 3 pages.
No comment.
Who is better kisser? One more time, make up your mind. Who is the better kisser?
Yeah,
Oh, the
I'm
better kisser
definitely the better kisser.
You're such a liar.
No, I'm definitely the better kisser because actually that first date that we had, like with the Listerine bottle, we were playing a game and the game was for like, it said, it was my move and it was like to kiss him. And so I went to kiss him and he goes, whoa, I've never been kissed like that before. And you're like, you're definitely a really good kisser. So it was your own words against yourself. I just feel like, it's just a different part of our relationship. It just feels like, throughout all of it, whether we were before we started dating to now, it just feels like we're just best friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every day living with my best friend.
Yeah, I remember we talked with my sister about like if that's
Normal.
weird or normal. And kind of the takeaway we left with there is like if it's the right person, it shouldn't feel like there's a change because
yeah,
it's
it's still us.
Yeah.
It's still us.